Yeah.
Hello, I'm Cheryl Cisneros with the Grassroots Oregon Project for the Oregon Developmental Disabilities Coalition. And we are creating a series of videos to help with the 2021 legislative session, to help you connect with your legislators and advocate for what's important in your life. And I'm excited to be joined today by Karin and by Riley, who are going to share with you how to create your advocacy message. So Riley, if you want to get us started, I'm excited to learn how you create your advocacy messages with Karin.
Hi, everyone.
Hi.
Yeah, I'm excited to do this. You ready, Karin?
Yeah.
Cool. So let's start off big picture. What message do you want to leave with legislators?
I want people to know all people who have disabilities and non-disabilities can speak up with themselves,
Yeah, that everybody has a story to tell, right?
Yeah, everybody has a story.
When we first start with building our message, and you ask for my support sometimes on how to do this, we start off with trying to find what we might call a yes value statement. So that statement would be an overall vision that you have for, let's say, the whole world, not just people with disabilities. Do you think you could give an example of what a yes value statement would be?
Yes, the value is all people can all people can all people can work in their communities like anybody else.
That's a great example. So, talking about how it's not just about people with disabilities. We're talking about everybody has a right to have a job in the community and has things that they can contribute to make the world better, or, have a job.
And they can pay taxes too.
Yeah, they can.
Yeah.
So, Karin, you often do meetings with other self-advocate members. You might have a supporter like me, or maybe another community partner in the meeting. How do you make sure everybody is included in the meeting before you join?
What we do, we let everybody say what they do in the meeting, like talk about why they want to do, like don't cut the daily services. Our 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 person needs to get paid.
So we're going to show everyone today sort of your support mandate, what you ask of your supporters is to ask questions if you get stuck, or just to ask questions to show examples, right?
Yeah, and they walk you through the daily of your life, your supporters. So we want the daily service to not be cut because we need our funds.
Perfect. So, what you're saying is you come together with a group of participants, and maybe somebody wants to talk about DD services, maybe a change to eligibility, and someone else wants to say something. So you have an idea before what everybody's going to say.
Yeah, like I will say what I want DD services. One person might say I want better health care. And we take our turns and we come up to the topic of get our points across, what we need.
So everybody takes turns. So
everybody takes turns.
Yeah, and then your supporter helps, however, if they are there, or maybe I know you do a lot of meetings too and have worked for a legislator, so you're very much a pro on messaging and meeting with legislators. I want to share with people today how we come up with some more examples of value statements. So, Karin, I'm going to share an example that we've come up with in the past relating to housing. So here it is. Everyone deserves a safe, affordable place to call home.
I think everybody should live in their communities like anybody else and have their homes and be in the community where they are value in their communities.
Awesome. You know, the plus of using these value statements is they're meant to build a connection with people. They're not meant to divide you. You want to say that everybody, no one can disagree with what you just said, Karin. I think everybody agrees that people should have a place to call home. They should have access to affordable housing. So getting started with that is a perfect way to begin a conversation. Another example I want to use is Oregon is strongest when all people have supports to succeed as community members.
Yeah, all people have a right to have support in their communities.
And there's nothing wrong. Like, I have support needs. Everybody does, not just people with disabilities. Everybody needs support, right?
Yes, everybody.
There's no such thing as natural and unnatural support. So, Karin, I want to show an example here while we wrap up. So when we go to a meeting, we start off with introducing ourselves, right?
Yeah.
You want to kick us off with an introduction that you'd give to a legislator?
When we are, yeah, we just want all people to know that we have our voices to hear in the community.
So you'd start, you know, the importance of, you want that legislator to hear your voice. And, you know, let's say we're talking about an issue specific to this session for DD services and case.
Oh, DD services, we need the DD service and we want case managers to get paid. Yeah.
So how does your personal agent, your PA, help you?
Oh, my PA helps me for the days. She helps me through my lifespan. She helps me navigate things in life. And she's even when we had the virus, she said, call us, you know. And that's what I like about DD services. They can really help you through your daily life. And everybody who has a disability that should have their services.
So, Karin, what's the problem right now with personal agents and case management?
I think that they need funding. It's really important to have them be funded.
Yeah. And so what's your solution to legislators?
To give them pay.
Increase that funding?
Increase that funding.
So that they can, yeah. And yeah, Karin, I think, you know, you, in that example, you explained why it's valuable. You explained how your PA helps you, right?
Yeah.
You talked a little bit about the problem, which is, you know, we need more funding. And then you talked a lot about the funding. Yeah. So that is a perfect example, just quickly, of how to use a yes value statement, where you talk about everybody deserves access to safe, affordable housing. The problem
everybody needs jobs in the community. Everybody needs health care.
Yep.
Or so if somebody wants to talk about their health care, let them do it. Might help.
Yeah, and how you talk about it with those values. And then you spend a little time.
Everybody in the community needs health care.
Yeah, everybody deserves access to health care. And then you'd say some people with disabilities have struggled to have access to safe, affordable health care during COVID, right?
Yeah, and then everybody needs to help people with families who have disabilities. They need to understand like to navigate, you know, better schools, you know, in their communities like anybody else, so they can go to school.
So what awesome. I love that both of you are sharing this great formula of how to.
You like it?
I do like it, and it's really effective. You, Karin, you're like an amazing advocate, and we all have so much to learn from you. So thank you so much for showing us your example of how to be an effective advocate in messaging and knowing what a yes statement is now and how to introduce yourself and introduce what's important in your life. So,
And have a nice smile,
and have, yes, and have a nice smile. And so we just
like
want,
Riley and me.
you both have amazing smiles. But so thank you, Karin. Thank you, Riley. And so go advocate, everybody. And we'll look forward to seeing you during the session. Bye.
You will see me on live TV.